Yeah, guys, so we are back. Up next, we have some more Diddler news. It seems some more footage has leaked. Like, CNN obtained some footage, and supposedly the feds have a lot of damning stuff. We're going to jump right into the video. Also, they're saying Jay is not clean when it comes to stuff like this as well. So, like, people have been kind of like on the path of trying to expose him too, including Jaguar Wright, who's very, very vocal and has been very, very vocal against Diddy and a lot of industry shenanigans for a long time. And a lot of people didn't take her seriously until now. And I'm guessing that obviously because footage is coming out to corroborate a lot of the stuff she said before. But we're going to jump right into the video. Shout out to Celeb Lounge for this one. We're going to jump right into it.
Diddy's not going to be able to make his way out of the major mess that he's created for himself, and even the experts seem to think so too.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not surprised. I think Ms. Ventura was extremely heroic and brave in terms of coming forward with her claims. And now that this video is out, I would imagine that some of his alleged victims may feel more comfortable and more empowered in coming forward. So
there's cameras everywhere, fam. To think that there's not like probably a litany of incidents that are sitting somewhere on a hard drive or just on a DVD, whatever, because this guy's been doing this for a long ass time. They probably got VHS tapes of this guy doing like devious things. Cassie, honestly, bro, that tape was brutal. She was basically living in a horror movie. If you look at the sheer terror on her face, it speaks volumes without having to hear the incident itself. You know, nuts. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, by her coming out, there's cracks in his armor. People are probably like, you know what? Maybe he's not going to blow up my car if I come out and expose him now.
So
Allegedly.
I unfortunately think that we may see more of these coming up.
Let's talk about Cassie Ventura more, because she is now responding to the video of her being violently assaulted by Diddy. She is saying that domestic violence, quote, broke me down to someone I never thought I would become. Of course, she's encouraging people to listen to the victims, believe the victims the first time. And her suit against Diddy has been settled. Could this video, could his admission mean
it's settled, but it opened the floodgates to people, like I said, feeling comfortable for the first time probably ever in coming out and exposing him?
anything for these other pending lawsuits now, or the federal investigation surrounding him?
It's that RICO.
I'm not sure how it will factor into the federal investigation, but I do think in some of these pending lawsuits, and I have said this all along, I do think that the release of this video will cause him to most likely settle those, because now we have a pattern of behavior on camera, and it is going to be very, very difficult for him to combat that, any other narrative other than what's out there now. Now, in terms of the federal...
Yeah, man, you were so staunch in your stance that these people were just looking for a payday, that these people were shaking you down. And as soon as that video came out, dude, now everything you say is going to be held with some type of skepticism, you know? Like, dude, we can't really believe anything you say. Your credibility is honestly shot. We don't believe you anymore, man.
Case. I believe really a statement from Ms. Allred actually last week on your show, when she talked about the idea that if there is a RICO charge that's brought in, and we could maybe look at some of this in terms of establishing a pattern of sex trafficking, then potentially that could be factored into the federal case, because for the most part, there's a 10-year statute of limitations on adult sex trafficking, but then there's even more so a longer statute of limitations with that RICO charge.
Ex-FBI agent Tracy Welder.
That RICO charge, man, that's how they get the mob. They're closing cases at like a 97% like rate, you know? Like if the feds are coming at you and using resources, they pretty much have you dead to rights. And yeah, some of the stuff, the statute of limitations may be gone, so they can't prosecute those crimes like specifically. But like she said, they could use that to like determine a pattern. They can connect that and like, this is the type of person you are, you know? Yeah, man, it's looking ugly for bro. I don't even want to call him bro. It's looking ugly for the diddler, man.
There ain't surprised at the surveillance video. In fact, she hopes that more of Diddy's victims are going to come forward after finally having evidence of the diddler's dirty crimes.
There's just been a shocking revelation from federal authorities regarding a highly private and scandalous video involving none other than Jay-Z
Jigga.
and Beyonce, reportedly taken during a wild party hosted by Diddy. Apparently during a Homeland Security raid on Diddy's properties, some rather intriguing discoveries were made, including compromising footage featuring numerous beloved celebrities caught in scandalous situations.
Honestly, this parallels all the Epstein stuff, man. He was filming everything to have dirt on people, you know, and who knows who he was working for. But this seems very similar to that stuff. Like, I bet you there's a lot of people right now whose boots is shaking because they attended one of these parties. Maybe they did something that they wouldn't be proud of. You know, they've done things that, like, if it were to come to light, would probably make them look like a monster. Who knows? I don't know. This is all alleged. People are very litigious.
Speculation is rife that Diddy intentionally leaked this footage to authorities as a form of revenge against the Carters, allegedly due to their perceived lack of support during his legal battles. It seems he's on a mission to embarrass them at any cost.
But it's not just Diddy who's in hot water. Looking like Jay-Z and Beyonce are caught up in Diddy's mess too. And it looks like this is just the beginning of the end for Hollywood's elite.
The Jaguars been on them too.
Case in Manhattan Beach, California. The children there claimed there were tunnels under the school, up into the trap door of a bathroom in a triplex next door, placed in automobiles, and prostituted in the community. 3- and 4-year-old children before they entered kindergarten. That they were flown into the mountains where they were involved with adults in robes, black robes.
So demonic on top of that. This is evil, evil stuff that he's like talking about right now.
Chanting, candles. And in checking into this and researching this, of course, this was obviously a satanic ceremony. The grandmother was acquitted, hung jury on Ray Buckey. The second trial, another hung jury. 1990, to gain control of the school.
According to ex-FBI Special Agent Ted Gunderson, the world's most powerful people have an entire system of underground tunnels to perform all kinds of sick rituals, like trafficking and abuse. And Jay-Z and Diddy are on the top of the list of perpetrators.
Holy moly.
Because, let's be honest, it ain't no secret that Jay-Z and Diddles are close friends. So it only makes sense for them to be in on each other's nasty crimes, too.
Damn, Jigga.
Caught several times at Diddy's freak-off parties, and let's just say that he's an active participant in most of them.
Have you ever been to a P. Diddy party?
Yeah, several, many, honestly.
And so, can you take us through, like, what goes on, like, when you were there?
Money and sex.
Were you surprised that there were so many cameras
That's
in
no
his
surprise
houses?
right there.
No.
So let me ask you, when you hear that Cassie was told to hire male escorts to come in what they call freak-offs now,
Yeah.
is that something normal that happens in Hollywood?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jaguar's been on this type of time of exposing like this elite, you know what I mean? That's been up to some nasty, nasty business.
Freak-offs.
Hey, everybody know that. I've been saying it.
So why does Puffy, why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time. Like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
So who's next?
Y'all don't
The
see the
Jigga.
lineup? Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity.
That's
He
crazy.
lined up Big L, stole
Yeah, there's rumors that supposedly he got Big L off, you know?
his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and fucking
Loki, he kind of did damn dirty. Dirty, they came up and it was like a them against the world mentality. No one wanted to sign them. They got together with Biggs and them, and they do one of the most iconic labels ever, some of the most classic albums ever. And then as soon as it was a chance that he could move up, Jigga bounced and kind of left him, you know. And It's kind of a sad situation. Yeah, Dame could have a big mouth sometimes, but I think he really did care about Jigga and what they were doing, you know?
Took his love,
Aaliyah.
lined
Yeah.
up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
And if you go by what Jaguar Ryder said about what goes down at Diddle's parties, then y'all know that anybody that's
Diddler.
participating in them is up to no freaking good.
Takeoff's death wasn't nothing but a corporate hostile takeover using his life as the goddamn. Oh my God.
Man, R.I.P. Takeoff.
For real. R.I.P.
That boy died so they could cash in a motherfucking insurance policy and to cover up the fact that Rock Nation was ripping Megan away from 300. I guess no.
Yeah, Rock Nation management is nothing to be played with, man. They are movers and shakers, and if they want to end your career, they're the type that can end your career.
Nobody's paying attention to the fact that complete control of Megan Thee Stallion's career was taken over right after Takeoff died.
That's crazy. And best believe, it's not just a Takeoff thing. A lot of these like labels put insurance policies on their rappers. Because low key, honestly, rapping is one of the most dangerous jobs in America now. Look how many rappers are murdered each year, you know? All these labels have put like insurance like policies on a lot of their artists. It's crazy.
The Prince family were forced to leverage and let her go, even though they did not want to.
Which is crazy because they're heavyweights too in the industry.
Houston politics.
And I'm not saying allegedly.
Oh.
And for her not saying allegedly and for there not to be like some type of defamation suit, it almost seems like something is awry. Something, she's touching on something that's probably true, you know? Allegedly on my part, because these people are litigious. But she's on that hill.
I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough.
Dang. R.I.P. Pimp C too.
Why the fuck did that house burn up? Who the fuck goes to their childhood house for a visit and the shit goes up in flames?
That was very weird.
And still, no real investigation on how the house just went up in flames. I guess they paid y'all off. Like they paid y'all off for that fucking Astroworld shit.
And not just that, but Wright has also revealed that Jay-Z was involved in Takeoff's murder for his own gains.
Sean Carter is worse.
And the music is so ominous that they put underneath too.
He's smarter. He's patient.
Well, he's not as I guess, yeah, a lot of the stuff he does is kind of flamboyant, but he's not as mouthy as like a Diddy has been, you know?
He's not sloppy.
Exactly.
Now, according to Jaguar Wright, if people think what Diddy has done is bad, then they are not ready for Jay-Z's crimes to be exposed to the public, because he's 10 times worse.
Rockefeller Show, motherfucking city, nigga. I love New York. You gon' respect this hustle. Now, what you know about that?
Damn, Hov.
Now, Diddy and Jay-Z have also been spotted behaving in an extremely inappropriate way with each other out in public. And if y'all look at their interactions, the idea that they might be running a sex ring from Jay-Z's private island is not really that hard to believe.
Jay-Z ain't answering the phone? He ain't answering the motherfucking phone.
Yo, man. 50 Cent is undefeated when he's coming out exposing rappers too, man. Oh, sheesh, man.
But when you look at everything that's gone down after the raids at Diddy's homes, Jay-Z ain't nowhere to be found. Now, the rapper hasn't expressed any support for his longtime friend, and 50 Cent ain't backing away from calling him out on his shady behavior neither.
With Kirk Burrows and him and our driver, and we go down to 26 Federal Plaza. I know 26 Federal Plaza is the FBI office that Jay-Z and Puff had somebody write something up to say that they was trying to get a monopoly on the industry and start their own distribution company. And they told the higher ups, and that's when all those companies start going down, start coming up with federal charges and all kinds of, things just happened to him.
A lot of rumors too that say that Diddy, the reason why it took so long for all this to be exposed, that he's a FBI asset as well, an informant basically. I mean, if he's doing the whole Epstein type of routine where he's filming all this stuff, it's plausible. Nothing would surprise me these days. Like, conspiracies have been proven to be right all the time.
You seen it with Irv Gotti and them. You seen it with Rockefeller breaking up and all that shit like that.
Yeah.
Even Diddy's ex-bodyguard Gene
Destroyed
Deal
Irv Gotti.
claims that Jay-Z and Puff was both informants for the FBI, and they're the ones who snitched on Suge Knight to get him arrested in the first place.
Diddy's former bodyguard tonight alleging that Diddy was working for the FBI as a confidential informant.
People don't realize this, brother. First and foremost,
Believable. Like some Whitey Bulger
Puff
shit.
has been dodging the legal system for years. Puff being, and this is documented, Puff being a CI for an FBI agent. They was taking some papers up to the FBI, so like when they was here in New York. They was taking paperwork up there and stuff like that. Don't know what it was, but later on found out that he was a CI.
Now, Primetime can't confirm this, but if Diddy was an FBI informant, it explains why he was giving a pass to wreak havoc, according to his producer's lawsuit. What Diddy wanted, Diddy got.
Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
Dude, all these videos coming back and resurfacing with this new context makes everything look crazy now with this proper perspective, you know? The dude believed he could do anything, you know? And it was glorified before, but once you know the details and the stuff that he was really doing, like, dude, this dude is the dealer. This dude is worse than the dealer. This is a freaking demon.
All while he was cozying up to Hollywood
Weinstein.
figures like Harvey.
All right, now this ain't the first time the Deal's gone on the record to talk about Diddy's connections with the FBI. But will he go to the lengths to use them against his own friend to save himself from the trouble? Hold up, let me check my magic 8-ball. 8-ball says you bet your sticky honey buns he will.
Why do we believe that this guy Keefe D knows anything about Combs' involvement in Tupac and that would be compelling to the feds?
Well, Keefe D is considered an OG from L.A., so an original
Keefe
gangster.
D is an
he's
OG.
from way back in the day. He rubbed shoulders with a lot of important people.
Yeah, and then he freaking snitched on himself. Like, there's no statute of limitations on murders, fam.
A lot of bad guys. Was involved in a lot of bad stuff himself. He knows a lot of information. So you really got your people are trying to weigh, because we don't know what this what the evidence is directly revolving Keefe in his case, and potentially him providing information that can carry over into the Diddy case. So when these HSI agents, I mean, there's a high bar in terms of executing a search warrant on a huge public figure like Sean Combs. There's got to be something there, obviously, that they were expecting to find in Diddy's house.
Now, Phil Carson, a retired
Like I said, they don't move without being like 90-something% sure that they got him.
FBI agent who worked on the Notorious B.I.G. case has also suggested a link between the allegations against Diddy and information that led to an arrest in rapper Tupac Shakur's death.
It's not going to change what's been said and what's going on. So it's like, whether somebody say something or not, what does it change?
That's what 50 is basically saying, that Jay is like disassociated, just like, because I mean, we all black, dog, and you'll see these dudes take pictures together. These are the billionaire class of guys.
But we may be talking about a Rock Nation brunch from 6 years ago. We don't know if Diddy and Jay took a picture when the last time we seen them together.
That's a fact.
We don't know that. We be going off shit we seen off social media that's 10 years old and 20 years old. We don't know if they done kicked it in the last 5 years. They probably fell out, or we don't know.
Right.
We don't know. So for me,
and then some people don't stand by this kind of shit. Some in the street, like certain shit.
For real.
Certain shit you can't stand by.
Bro, that shit, environments we come up from, if a nigga is children
you can't stand by
or doing
that.
some shit, nigga, get the fuck.
Now, because Jay-Z practically abandoned Diddy and all this, people are starting to think that the diddler might rat out Jay-Z's crimes to the feds in a deal just to protect his own butt. Probably going to be the first time he's ever tried to protect it, huh?
I mean, he did the same thing with the 99 shooting in the club. Shine took the charge. He always said he was innocent. And then the woman that got shot in the head was basically saying it was Diddy the whole time. It's that now people are doubling back and listening and actually like believing these people now.
Hey, yo, New York! New York!
Oh, they're going to take back that key to the city.
Harlem, we did it. Mount Vernon, we did it. The Bronx, we fucking did it. Let's go. The key to the city. Yeah. I'm coming to the garden with this shit. And then I'm gonna be in Brooklyn this Sunday. I'm not playing with you, New York.
Can't even say Brooklyn after what he supposedly allegedly did to Biggie. Yeah, there's always been rumors about some like foul play with him and Big. It was known that Biggie wanted to leave and start his own label. You know, he had his own roster of artists, and Diddy was not having it. And just definitely a lot of smoke there.
Give you this love. It's a love rampage.
You pass, you get to keep all the publishing.
Yeah, New York, we outside. And tonight we acting bad. It's fucking Friday, the album's out, and it's up. Get that album now, we're taking that shit to #1. Fuck that, New York, let's go.
And you know what? Let's just say that Diddy's got friends in a lot of high places, like Mayor Eric Adams, who just recently gave a rapper a key to New York City back in
I think he also said that he would take it back, but he ain't the best mayor either.
September 2023. I mean, y'all think he does take backsies on that or what? Anyway, y'all know that he ain't got no shortage of power and influence.
Beyonce is allegedly running and hiding with the kids after Diddy's lawsuits continue to mount and her time is limited. Because many people are saying that her husband, Jay-Z, is next. So Queen Bey gave Jay the impression she was going to be there for him through thick and thin after surviving multiple affairs. But she had to call it quits as Jay is allegedly facing prison time after his alleged involvement with his best friend Diddy in trafficking. Bey is allegedly separating her assets.
Bro, it's assuming that they're best friends still, even though like I said, it's totally possible that Jay was in on all, and definitely nothing. Like I said, nothing would surprise me. Like, it's a nasty business.
Jay to protect her brand after allegedly secretly filing for divorce from him back in June. Bey and Jay knew about Diddy's wrongdoings, so they could be considered accessories to the crime, and some are saying they might be a little more involved with the Colombian dancing powder than we originally thought. Bey specifically might be investigated after it was speculated across the internet that she may have allegedly deleted her competition and may have allegedly had Jay's mistress, Kathy White, murked. This is why Bey is releasing albums and going on concert, because she's trying to stack that paper before the charges rain down.
And you know what? With things not looking so good for Jay-Z, Beyonce's looking out for herself and her kids. I mean, do you blame her? If I was accused of half the nasty stuff she was, I'd be running away too.
That's crazy, man. That is crazy. Yeah, like the feds is on them, man. It's looking like it's gonna be a slam dunk case, you know? When the feds are after you, they're not gonna put all these resources unless they know they can get you, especially with him being like basically a billionaire, man. Not far from it, if not. He's always like fluctuating around that number anyway. But yeah, like seems like Jaguar now is like trying to get the focus on Jay-Z as well too. His allegations are crazy. Honestly, like don't know what to believe, because at the end of the day, man, all these people were seemed crazy a few years ago. If she was right about Diddy, like why wouldn't she be right about Jigga if she had the same type of information on him? Especially being around these people, because she wasn't a superstar singer, but she was around, you know? She was definitely working in the industry. So she's privy to a lot of info too. The situation is really, really creepy. Like the charges are crazy. The trafficking and now allegedly minors are involved. Like if they did these acts, honestly, like justice should be served. But like if I was Jigga, I'd probably do the same thing. Why would you defend Diddy, who's facing all these crazy allegations? And at this point, some of them aren't even allegations; they're proven fact. With like the video coming out, you don't want to put your name out for somebody like that. So, like, I'm hoping he didn't do any of this stuff. But at the end of the day, it's a nasty industry, and nothing would surprise me in this crazy world. A lot of this stuff does seem like some Epstein Island type of stuff. Like him to think that Diddy doesn't have cameras all over his crib is crazy, especially if he's doing the type of things he's doing and keeping the Cassie tape and all this stuff. He probably has tapes on so many people, and I know that's probably why a lot of people are silent. It's nuts. How many people went to these parties doing all sorts of freaky shit and now are hoping their business doesn't get put out in the streets now? let alone if it was a crime, you know, and that comes prison time or whatever, like whatever punishment comes with what they did, you know. But yeah, crazy situation. The Diddley drama, the Diddler, the Diddler drama is insane. It's a nasty time. It seems like the chickens have come home to roost, but like, dude, you did these heinous acts. It's he went through like the last few years trying to do like the rebrand of calling himself Brother Love and stuff like that, and it kind of seemed, I knew it was kind of fishy when he was doing it, giving masters back and giving people their pubs back, and it's like some of the stuff is actually worthless now because it's not really generating any money anymore. It's already been milked, you know. But like, yeah, he was trying to get like public opinion on his side. I think, dude, if they're getting hit with the RICO, that's 15 years, like minimum. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Definitely hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you guys. The channel is doing amazing. It's doing so good. It's growing faster. For it being like a little over 2 months that I've been uploading videos, like, and taking it seriously, like it's the love has been overwhelming. It's been awesome. Thank you guys so much. Hope you guys liked the video, and yeah, hope to see you guys soon.